Look into the mirror. A short story written by Sam Qualiana. Look into the mirror, they said. There's nothing to fear, they said. But Billy Wyland was afraid of his own shadow. He couldn't bring himself to do it, but he had to do it. He couldn't let his friend Danny and Danny's sisters see how much of a coward he was.
It only works at night. With all the lights out, you look into the mirror. You can't turn away, no matter how scary it gets.
Danny said. Billy was trembling, standing in the doorway of the bathroom while Danny, Alicia, and Betty stared into the mirror.
Maybe we should wait until your parents are home, just in case something happens and we need them to save us.
Billy said, choking on the dry air.
If the shadow people get us, there's nothing our parents can do to protect us, Billy.
Alicia sneered.
This is such a bad idea.
If you're too scared, you can just go in the other room,
said Betty, the youngest of the bunch.
I'm 10 years old. I'm not afraid of anything.
There's one in the mirror now.
Billy screamed, cowering away.
I was joking. Come back.
I was too.
Yeah, right.
Alicia said, rolling her eyes.
I'll prove I'm not afraid.
Billy huffed, standing beside the siblings, puffing his chest. Billy looked into the mirror for a long while, never wavering, staring into his reflection.
What's supposed to happen?
He whispered. Danny shushed him. Then out of nowhere, a dark hand materialized in the mirror. It stretched its long black arms around the children, resting its hand on the boy's shoulders. Billy froze, feeling the cold hand against his shirt. The shadow man was more prominent in the reflection now, his eyes glowing a dark purple, a striking contrast to his otherwise indistinguishable features.
Do you see him?
Betty asked. Billy looked at his friends in the mirror. They were a matching contrast to the shadow man. Everyone but Billy transformed into dark creatures.
Join us in the shadow world, Billy.
Alicia teased, laughing wickedly. Billy tried to free himself from the shadow man's grasp, but it pushed him forward. He couldn't turn around. He couldn't leave the room. Billy jumped into the mirror, entering it as if it were a doorway to another world. Shadow creatures danced around him, laughing and hissing in a ghastly display. Billy ran back to the mirror, trying to free himself from this hellish place. The lights were on in the bathroom. Danny, Alicia, and Betty stared at him through the looking glass. They looked normal again, but there was something sinister in their eyes. Billy tried to walk through the mirror as he did before, but he couldn't. He banged his hands on the glass, trying to break through, but his efforts were futile. The other children left the bathroom, leaving the light on. Billy yelled for them, but they ignored his call. Billy wept for a long while until he felt a tingle down his spine. His fingertips went numb, and he noticed them turning black. The darkness crawled up his arms, covering his entire body until a purple light emerged from his eyes, and then he too was a shadow creature, and his fear was gone. If you enjoyed this audiobook, please like and subscribe for more content from the Metroshia channel.